Hello, and how are you this lovely Saturday afternoon? Today I'm joined by the always somewhat tolerable Yvonne.
Thanks.
And I'm visiting her essentially at her place of work, but in Mebane, North Carolina. That probably doesn't mean anything to most of you. And the reason I chose to visit her today is partly because I enjoy her, but also because by her workplace there is a Cuban food truck on weekends, Saturdays specifically. And as you may remember, I love Cuban food. So, yeah. Here it is. I have not tried it yet. And nor has she, I don't think. Have you tried it?
No.
Okay. So, we'll give our full review once we've done eating.
I snooze.
Yes. So, we finished eating. What is your review from someone who knows very little about Cuban food? Well, I
Spilled the sauce all over me.
I enjoyed it as well.
Are you gonna drink this?
I'm not. I'm not going to drink your garlic sauce, Yvonne. That'd be weird. So, I enjoyed it as well. I'm pretty sure I already said that. It wasn't like the best Cuban food I've ever had, but it's the best I've ever had in North Carolina. So, yeah, technically I've had like homemade Cuban food, but I don't count that because, yeah. Anyways, I don't know, I figure...
Do you wanna go to the record store?
I think we're just gonna like walk around downtown Mebane a bit, hang out, see some fun stuff, and I might even get some on camera. So let's have fun. All right, so we're at one of the first stores here in Mebane. It's called Quirks.
Yes.
And I found a throne, and so I feel like I don't know, with the throne and the hat, I should have brought my meme crown, because then I could be the real meme king. But I guess right now I'm just like the hipster king. I mean, nothing against hipsters, but I mean, if you look around, and there's a bunch of weird, crazy knickknacks and doodads, and I walked in the store, I'm like, oh no, I've crossed the threshold of hipsterdom. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool throne. I'm not gonna get it, because I have no use for a throne. Also, it has glitter on it, which is terrible. We're in another shop called Cottage something, and Yvonne described the smell in here as a grandmother's attic, specifically a grandmother. I can be quiet. There's a handful of interesting things around here. Like right here, there's these homemade things. You know, like no whining grandpa. I don't know. There's a lot of like, I guess boutique is the term?
What?
Or just like
A lot of
small stores.
knickknacks?
Yeah, I think boutique is the term for like, it's like stores of random hodgepodge stuff.
Yeah.
But this legitimately does feel like... I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm going to put text on screen for what this reminds me of. So I'm back home. It was kind of a fun afternoon, and I didn't film nearly everything that was at all the shops, because there were a bunch of shops on that street that were a lot like that. They just had a bunch of random hodgepodge stuff thrown together into the same store. And so there were a few interesting things, and I could have gotten it all on camera, but I ain't all about editing that. But I'm home for the day probably, so I'm taking this opportunity to go ahead and catch up on the vlog. I haven't done a lot of editing for the past couple days because I haven't felt like it, but today I'm feeling like it, so that's what I'm gonna do. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way!